La 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 la. La 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 la. She really hates him, it's really true.
Well, look at that. Here we go. Testing, testing. Bobby yelled at me for saying testing, testing, so I won't do it again. Testing, testing.
Oh, when Bobby yells at you, you stop doing it?
No, I'm going to do it more now. Testing, testing.
Oh, you won't do what he wants you to do. That's what you meant.
No, he says I'm stupid for doing it. It's just, how we've been doing it.
Remember we used to be drip, drip?
Oh, yeah, that was your thing, not mine. You came up with it. It was a good little catchphrase. It never caught on. With one person it did. I don't think we did it long enough for it to catch on. That's the problem. We need like a... I think Bobby has Kel's Bells. Norton has,
Kel's Bells?
Yeah, that's what they used to say to him when he was... I think they told me on radio today, they used to say Kel's Bells to Bobby. I don't know what it means, but I guess that's his...
well, we should bring drip, drip back. Instead of doing test, test, go drip, drip. How my drips doing?
I don't like that.
How my drips? Do you know what the drips were representing?
Yeah.
What?
The fan. Look how dirty that screen is. The fans or something, or...
you don't need to clean it right now. It's fine.
I'm just going to wipe it down real quick. It's hard to do this when I'm looking at... And I guess it just gets dusty in the room. Ooh, that's really dusty. Ooh. Oh, well. It's a little dusty Springfield there. What does it stand for?
You don't remember why we came up with drip, drip?
That's why I said, what does it stand for? Because I don't remember. What?
Well, because the bonfire did crackle, crackle.
Oh, yeah.
To signify the bonfire.
Yeah.
And we did drip, drip to signify tears.
All right. So we could think of a better one, or if anybody has any ideas.
I like it. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, oh, we should bring that back. That's pretty funny. Drip, drip.
Tears?
Well,
all right.
It could be something else that's dripping that I don't think you like yet.
What, my posture? Are you saying my posture?
What do people make fun of you about?
My saliva?
Yeah.
I don't have that much lately.
In your old age, you're getting less saliva? It's drying out?
Yes. It's my Jesus cup that you got me. I got to get a Moses cup. Well, what can we say?
I like drip, drip.
People, how about quit, quit? Get it? Quit, quit? The podcast? Quit, quit?
Quit the podcast, quit the marriage.
Is that what you want to do?
What is the quitting?
I don't know. I just quit on the struggle and fighting with.
Tell me about radio today. You're obviously...
Oh, I got in. Oh, first the traffic.
Okay, so you're going in to do Jim and
Sam.
I
left at quarter.
They asked you the other day to come in and do Jim and Sam.
No, I asked because Bob Gullop wanted to go in.
Did Bob go in?
Yes, he came in later. And I said yes. I wanted to plug also. Well, I mean, I went in mainly for Bob because he was in town and he kept wanting to go. A lot of people, I guess, we take things for granted. We've been going into from O&A days to Opie and Jim or Jim and Sam for 15 years, whatever. So we take it for granted going and doing radio. We're like, oh, fuck.
They're our friends.
Yeah, and I'm like, gosh, I have to get up at 5:30. I left at 10 after 6 and got there at 8:30. I caught the traffic right by, going into the first toll by Newark Airport on the turnpike. I guess
caught it? What do you mean?
It was backed up way before the toll. Because everybody going through the Holland was backed up, not going through the Lincoln. I mean, the Lincoln got backed. So I called in, and Sam is like, oh, you didn't leave at 10 after 6? And guess what? I had proof because I got gas as I was leaving. It has the time on it. So that shut him up.
So what time did you get in?
I think around 20 to 9. I think. So I got in there and I go in.
It's a long way to go.
Yeah, it was a long way. I left. You mean to tell the story?
No, I meant to go do radio.
Yeah, you're getting
over 3 hours.
Yeah, before I even got in the studio.
Yeah.
It's why when you do radio, you got to get a hotel the night before, or else you're just fucking scrambled the whole day.
What about people who have to be at work at 9 o'clock? I mean,
well, but they're used to it. They're set. Their bodies. We stay up till 12 o'clock.
No,
now.
I just mean do they have to sit in traffic for that long every day?
Oh, if they were in the traffic I was in, and coming home to have traffic.
Okay, so carry on. Let's talk about the interesting part.
So I got in, and Bobby was sitting there, which is always good to see Bobby. I love doing radio with Bobby. It's fun. But
Did he lose a lot of weight?
Yeah, he looks great.
Yeah.
I think he lost like 50 pounds.
Jesus, yeah, I could see it in his face. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
he lost
his body.
like 50 pounds. And, he's one of my favorites to do radio with. But they started off, I go in to get set up to be, I have a whole thing planned. Because let me tell you, if I was in traffic another half an hour, I just would have turned around and said, fuck it. I'm not going to sit in traffic 2 hours. I remember when I did it that one day.
4 hours.
Yeah, well, not 4 hours, but getting up, and by the time I left. And I really would have turned around because I was doing this for Bob to go in
Gullip,
with Bob.
not Bobby Kelly.
Yeah, Bob Gullip. But then when I got there, Bobby was there. And then, I go after the
Were you surprised to see him? You didn't know he was going in?
No, I didn't know.
He didn't tell you?
No, because it was a surprise attack. They don't tell me.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, I said that. I didn't know Bobby was going to be there.
Okay.
And it really put a little smile, because like I said, I like seeing Bobby. I like doing radio with him. Not as funny as I am, but I like him.
Okay, so what happened? Don't get ahead of yourself.
Then Bob's going, this is what a psychopath, crazy man, or whatever, Voss is, just nuts, and, the whole, it's why he's a liar or whatever. And,
Did you know what he was getting at?
Not at all. No, he goes. First he said,
when he was saying
first he goes, I got a bone to pick with you.
Did you start to go think about what it might be?
No, because anything could set that psychopath off.
Okay.
But he does. He's very more. He doesn't snap or react like he used to. He's very calm now.
How did you do that?
He spent the summer in the woods.
And that changed him?
Well, other things changed people. What he does to, but whatever he's doing, which I know and I don't want to talk about, makes him a lot more mellow and content, which is great, and not working most of the summer, just chilling out in the woods in his tiny house, which is I mean, even when we were camping while we were up there, it's very relaxing. You're just in.
When we were in Canada, you mean?
Yeah, when you're camping, it's relaxing. When you're camping, it's not.
I don't find it so, but
it's not stressful. There's no stress camping. The sleep.
Stress to me because I'm like, well, when am I going to sleep? Like,
oh, not me.
Why are the mosquitoes biting me?
See, I was stress free while we were camping.
Interesting.
When I got there, I had a little anxiety, but I was pretty much stress free camping. Anyhow, so he's a lot more mellow, which
Bobby's
is great.
Mellow.
It's a lot more mellow, yes.
But when you got in, you sat down onto the mics. Yeah. He says, I have a bone to pick with you.
Well, but I guess, whatever.
And then he launches into that you're a psychopath.
Well, yeah, or a narcissist.
And he's
or delusional.
Serious.
Well, he's Bobby's being funny. It's funny what he's
you're laughing, but you're like, what?
No, I'm not laughing. I'm going, what's this now?
Right.
Like he also too. And then we'll get back. Let me get to this story, and then we'll get back.
Okay.
I told you when the second jewelry store said, hey, we have a Rolex, and I couldn't get it because I was going on the road. Mm-hmm. He thinks I should have said, and this is exactly what I said to the people. I go, can I come Monday when I get home? No. I go, can I give you the money over the phone, pay with a credit card? No. Rolex doesn't let you. Can I send someone down? No. I go, it's nothing I could do. And I called back 20 minutes later. They already went to the second person on the list.
Who
Now-
said yes?
I don't know. I would imagine they called the second person. You know, you have a date, whatever. I was somehow they called me first. Maybe they called me third, and the other two didn't respond. I don't know. All I know is they called me and I couldn't do it. Then I thought about going, hey, I'm just going to cancel my Thursday and I'll go get the watch, right? And
then what were you going to sell it to Bobby?
no,
Because Bobby wanted that watch. The whole story from the beginning is that Bobby showed you a watch that he wanted that was really hard to get, or told you about it.
Yeah.
And then you had the opportunity to buy it, so you did.
Yeah, I would.
And then
I had the opportunity to buy any Rolex. I would have bought it in the middle of the
okay, but this is a particular Rolex. I don't really know what
this
the
one
name
is Sky Dweller. It's beautiful.
Show people the Sky Dweller. Okay, so then you book yourself on Bobby's podcast without telling him that you bought the Rolex, and then
I didn't. Yeah, he booked
and
me.
then okay, but then you went. Do you really? Does that matter?
What?
So then you go.
I didn't tell him when he was on vacation in Aruba that I got. I didn't want to ruin his vacation.
Right? No. But then you didn't.
That would have been very selfish.
But then
of me.
you went in
to his podcast
just wearing it
by accident.
No, you didn't. You told me in advance that you were going to do it. So don't say you did it by accident. That's not true. That's a lie.
Everything isn't honest on a podcast.
Okay, so
I went, but that's not the story.
Okay,
We're not
so
talking
anyway,
about
you're on the podcast. No, it is irrelevant.
No,
so then
it's
you're
not,
on the podcast.
You're right, it's irrelevant.
And then he was angry,
he was funny. No, he was funny.
He saw the Rolex that you had
He
bought.
kind of laughed and stuff, and then he got.
And then he started thinking about it, processing.
But it was more
angry.
a lot of.
Talked to you for weeks. Was that true?
No, it's not true. Maybe a week or two. It was. Some of it was jealousy, and some of it was a little anger, and some was a bit. You know.
Okay, so he took a bit, maybe, and got real feelings about it.
Yeah, I'm sure he had real feelings, but there was nothing I could do.
Okay, so now
I didn't go. No one said. Here's the thing: if someone said, "Hey, we got." If a jeweler called me, my jeweler, and said, "Hey, we got this watch for Bobby, but if you want it, we'll give it to you," and I took it, that would be scum. But he doesn't deal with my jeweler, just like I don't deal with his.
Okay, no, I get it. We get it.
There's no. So I bought it.
Okay,
I bought it.
So you go on. You surprise him with the Rolex. He takes it poorly.
No, he doesn't. It was funny. He got
didn't.
up.
Yeah, but he still didn't talk to you for over a week, regardless if you want to say weeks or not.
No, I don't know if he didn't talk to me.
I remember you saying.
Can I? Yeah, but what does that got to do with?
Okay, because there was a little hiccup with the watch thing. Now you're going to tell another segment to the watch thing. Okay.
He ended up getting the black one.
But he's saying that the other one, when you got the opportunity to get one, you should have gotten it for him.
But there was no possible way I could have gotten it for him.
Okay. So now we know the history of the watches.
Yeah. There's no possible way. I said to them, can I send someone down?
Mm-hmm.
Although, if they said yes, I would have got somebody that works Mohegan Sun, and I would have got the watch, and I would have bought it for me still. It would have been, I would have had two of them. I wouldn't have got it for him.
You wouldn't have sold it to him?
No, he's got one. Why? He has 3 Rolexes. I only have 2. He has 3. He has great ones.
Oh my God, this is.
He has the black one.
This is just so weird.
Why is it weird?
That you're having some war with a friend of yours over Rolex.
No, I don't care about them anymore.
I know, but think about it if it was purses or shoes.
I don't.
Saying to some woman, what are you doing?
No. I get it.
I bought a purse that Annie Letterman wanted, and then they were so hard to get, and I got one. Then I got another one.
You're so lucky.
And she said, "Please sell me one of those." I said, "No, they're both for me."
That's good because in case one wears out or gets stolen or lost, you have it.
Okay, go
ahead.
There's
no point.
Yes.
There's no point.
Yes. Okay, so now.
So
now
he
you're
said,
in Jim and Sam.
Yeah. So he said,
the radio show.
Already. There's nothing I could do about the second Rolex. I wish I could have got it.
Yeah, for yourself. You still wouldn't have given it to him. That's what you're saying.
Of course not. I'm 100.
So what does it matter? This whole thing.
But I still could.
So when you say yes, but you're saying even if you could have, you wouldn't have given it to him. So that's a moot point. The point is still the
I
same.
might no.
that
He
would.
Here's I would have gave it to him if he didn't have one. If I could have got it, here's the thing: if I could have got the second one and he didn't have one,
You would have had two exactly the same watches.
can I finish? If he didn't have one, then I would have gave it to him. Sold
I'm
it
just
to him.
clarifying.
Then I would have sold it to him. Yes. If he didn't have one.
But he had a different one. Not
He has
that
the
one.
exact same one, only black, which is beautiful.
Okay.
It's a. You know what I like more about the black one
Rolex
than the blue
Wars.
one?
Who
What I
knew?
like more about the black one that he has than the blue one is I could see the dial better and the hands on the dial on the black one.
Oh, I don't think that these Rolexes are meant to actually be.
To see what time it is?
No.
Yes, you always look at your watch. On stage, you look at it before, what time, when you're playing golf. Yes. What do you think a watch is for? I don't pick up my
Just
phone.
jewelry at this point? You
No.
use your phone or whatever?
I don't. Some people do. I don't.
Okay.
So anyhow, then he said, I don't know when he talked about the watch, but there was nothing I could do. So
So he's already angry at you.
he's not angry. He had that's what he wants to discuss.
Oh.
To tear me down. You know, people sometimes will tear another
You have to
person down.
stop giving, like, you got to tell the story. Then you can
I
go
just
back.
told the story.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I'm starting the story. That's where it started, he was saying. Or that could have been in the
we
middle
don't
of the
know
story.
what he said. You won't tell us what he said.
About what?
You just told the background stories of the watches. We don't know
That was
what he
part
sat
of it.
down
He was
and
saying,
said.
oh, he was saying he brought up the video. They had the video from last week's podcast.
Okay, this has nothing to do with the watches now. This is something
Yeah,
else.
this is what he
So
had a
he's-
beef to pick with me. A
so,
bone.
but he started with the watches.
No, he didn't start
He
with
didn't
them.
start
They
with
were,
watches.
I don't remember, but
Why
they were
did
in
you
there.
bring the watches up?
Because they were in the beef, too. They were
Okay.
saying he's saying what kind
Oh,
of
so
person I
he's
am.
using that as well as
Yeah,
this
saying that,
next
yeah.
thing to say you're a narcissist.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
And then he brought up the video from last week where you said something about, when I was talking about the other podcasts, and it was just podcast talk. I don't mean half of it. I'm
We
just
don't know
saying.
what you mean and what you don't mean, though.
Well,
That's
guess
the part
what?
of the problem.
That's because I'm a comic. You're trying to whatever.
Isn't authenticity like a huge part of comedy?
Yeah, for me it is. Yeah, I try
Well,
to be
then
authentic.
be authentic, which means that you tell the truth.
Okay, and I said we're funnier than them, and them, or whatever. I didn't say they weren't funny. I think as
then
podcasts,
that's the part of the podcast where I said, like, hey, you're saying you're funnier than your friends, and you were like, I don't care.
and
Is
you
that what happened?
are you funnier than DeRosa? I go easily, and then you go Bobby Kelly. I went yeah.
Oh.
And then he brought it up, me saying I was funnier than them, which is not I would never go. If someone said to me, hey, just a contest, are you funnier than Bobby? I would go, no, he's great. I look at myself as great. He's great. I don't compare. I think DeRosa's really good. And I think Bobby's great, and I like DeRosa. I'm not saying DeRosa's better than Bobby. I think they're both great. So I don't compare myself with them.
Except on this podcast.
No, on the podcast when you go, look, ask me if I'm funnier than anybody, and I'll give you an answer right now. Go ask me who.
George Carlin.
Oh, late Carlin or early?
Okay.
See what I mean? I'm going to say yes because I'm not going to
Right,
go.
but you just said in another situation you wouldn't say yes, so we don't know.
No, in a real, if we were having a
this is
discussion
real.
on stage, you know how they do those, like when Chris Rock and
But
Seinfeld. all
nobody
of them.
knows the barometers or
Yes,
paradigms that
yes,
you
when
have
you're-
going on in your brain.
Yes, they do.
Nobody does.
No. You're not comparing yourself.
I don't even, Rich, many times, if you just take this in, many times, I don't even know when you're joking or serious.
I wasn't joking, but I wasn't serious.
It's a very hair splitty
No.
thing. It's like basically what you're trying to do is be able to say whatever you want and
No.
never have to
That's
be
not true.
responsible for
No,
it.
that's not true. I'm responsible for a lot of things I say, but
A lot, but not all.
No, because a lot of it is just podcast or radio or something. You're just saying it. Like if you go, when you said, "Are you funny?" When you go, "Are you funnier than DeRosa?" and I go, "Easily." I'm not easily funny. You know that is not. I wouldn't even think that. But I'm just saying it because we're in the middle of almost an argument, and I'm going on the opposite end of what you were saying. Like you can't say you're better than other podcasts, so I'm not going to sit here and go, "Oh, you might be right." That's not good.
Why wouldn't you say that?
Because that's not good podcasting.
Yes,
or good
it is.
radio.
Sometimes it is. That's what I've been trying to tell you for like 10 years. Sometimes it is.
Oh, no, you're not trying to tell me something for 10 years. Don't exaggerate. I've been trying to tell you exaggerate for 10 years, but you still do, but I'm used to it, and that's what I live with. So there you have it. I wouldn't compare myself. They're my friends.
It's so, what you're doing right now is so weird.
It's the truth. I love how I look. Go ahead. My tattoos.
Are you catfishing yourself?
No, I just like my tattoos. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to.
No, go ahead.
No, there's nothing to say. You got it. You did it.
I didn't
Nailed
get it. Don't try to be passive aggressive.
I don't know what to do.
You're
If I push back a little bit, you get very angry and you just keep on going around the same thing. If I agree with you, then you say no, you're lying, blah blah blah. So I don't know what you want me to do.
I don't know what you're saying. You know I'm not always serious.
I think that when you're caught.
I'm not caught. You go, "Are you funnier than Bobby?" I go, "Yeah."
Okay, so what did you say to Bobby today?
I probably said, "I am," or I had to go with it. I don't know what I said. I go,
"You don't remember what you said?"
No, because it went on and on. They kept playing it. He goes, "Go back, play it again. Go back, play it again." So I'm just, you say things during a podcast, you don't 100%. You've said things you don't believe or you don't agree with, or that's not you 100% of the
Only
time.
if I'm saying something positive.
No.
If I say something negative, it's probably true.
No.
I don't jokingly say something negative.
If I said to you, whatever, "Are you funnier than this person?" and you went, "Yeah," you wouldn't, whatever. But it doesn't matter
It's not what you say. It's the trying to worm your way out of it later.
I wasn't trying to worm my way out of it because it wasn't something.
Why didn't you just say, "Yeah, I'm funnier than you" then?
Because I'm not. We're two different types of comics. And then my comparison wasn't good. I said he's more of a Robert Plant, energetic, and I'm more of a Kenny Loggins. And then everybody goes, "Well, Robert Plant's better than Kenny Loggins." They didn't get what I was saying.
No, they got it. They just chose to find weakness in your argument and
there wasn't weakness.
Counts on it. There was a weakness in your argument. Kenny Loggins is not as good as...
They're 100% two different types of musicians. That's all. Me and Bobby are two different types of comics. He's fucking energetic. He's a killer act. Without it, he doesn't fail. I don't fail. Oh, I did a little bit one night at the stand.
Back in
upstairs.
78.
No, the last time I was at the stand upstairs. It was going well. It was going real well until I said I hated Top Gun. I didn't really hate it. I said it wasn't that great. And then the whole crowd. I mean, not even one person agreed. Not even one. I didn't like Top Gun. It wasn't that good. And I didn't think it was that good. And I can give my reasons. I'm not saying it was bad. So, whatever. But, he doesn't fail on stage. I've only seen him kill. All right? I like watching Bobby. I like watching DeRosa. I haven't seen Norton in years. Everybody. I like watching you when I come down, even though you tell me not to come down. But sometimes I'll sit behind the wall and I'll listen. And there you go. But I'm not comparing myself to them. This business, the only person you're competing with is yourself. That's it.
Oh, my God. These fucking... I just can't.
What?
I mean, on the one hand, you're like, I just say things and who cares and whatever and freewheel it. We're doing a podcast. You're only competing with yourself. It's like some fucking weird coffee mug, philosophy or something. It's like...
What are you talking about?
I mean, these sayings that you live by just blow my mind. Take it easy.
It's easy does it.
Oh, easy does it. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for like. Oh God, I'm glad I know that saying.
Well, what's wrong with in this business? Who you competing with? Yourself. You got to get
It's
better.
possible you're not competing at all.
Yes.
With anyone, even yourself.
You are
No, you're not.
to get better.
Can
not
I just tell
competing.
you something that's actually true about this business?
No one gives a shit.
You don't have to get better. That's the
Well-
least important part of it.
Yeah, that's
The
sad.
most important part of it is saying what you think and standing by it.
That's not gonna get you eyes on you. But you're right.
It's not?
No,
I think it is.
No, yeah, I don't think it is. I don't know why you make a face at me. Why you made a face?
Why are you so triggered by every single thing that I do
I'm
and
not
say?
triggered. You're triggered
Yes.
more by what I say and do. Who's triggered? You go.
What I
So,
say and do.
is that what I did? That's what I did. So yes, you got to be funny to live with yourself. If you don't want to get funny, or
You know what you have to do?
what? What do I have to do?
You have to know yourself. You have to like
I know
accept
myself.
yourself, and you have to like laugh at yourself.
I do it a lot. Today I did on radio all day. I couldn't.
Oh, there's that face that you hate.
Well, because you go
Well, you
like
okay.
you're calling me a liar without. See? Is that it?
Is that like what's gonna happen? Like they're like, you're getting taken to jail, and they're like, "Why'd you do it, Rich? Why'd you kill her?" And you're like, "She made that face."
First of all, I've never once been violent ever. You've never seen me.
God! Oh my God! Is that what you get mad at other people when they tell a joke and they go, "You just got mad at the Kenny Loggins thing."
I didn't get
You're
mad.
like, they didn't get it. Well, you don't get it.
I
Do you
get
really
it.
think I'm like, Jesus?
What?
That you would have to defend yourself against killing me?
Yeah.
That's the scariest thing you've ever done.
That's the
literally
scary-
the scariest thing you've ever done is to say I'm not a violent person after I made a joke about you killing me for doing this.
First of all, you made that joke many times, and it's
Yes,
not,
and
it's not a-
suddenly you felt the need to defend yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So that means you've been thinking about it.
Oh, is that what that means in court? Is that what that means? All of a
They'll
sudden,
play this. They'll play this and many, many other clips. Our podcast will get more play at that fucking murder trial than we'll
Yeah.
finally get famous as podcasters.
like that Tiger guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
The Tiger guy on Netflix got famous, but he ended up in jail.
Oh,
Whatever. Why did he go?
Tiger King.
Why did he go to jail? What did he do? I forgot.
Threatening that fucking other tiger lady.
Nah, he did something else to go to jail, not from just threatening her. Probably.
I think he would like put a hit on her. And then that guy, the guy that, didn't you watch this here?
Yeah, but you don't remember either.
Yeah, but I remember the guy who was supposed to kill her, and then he didn't do it.
Who was supposed to kill her? He paid somebody?
Yeah, some fucking
Who, the
guy.
toothless guy? No, he wasn't in jail. Whatever.
I think the guy didn't go to jail because he didn't kill her, and
Oh, he went to the
he
cops?
yeah.
That's a good reason not to go to jail, because he didn't do it. Well, that's my radio story, but let me tell you, it takes, when you do radio, the whole day is just, woo, you're wrecked.
Right,
that
but so how long did that go on for? Them playing the clip over and over.
Oh, a while. And then Gullop came in and, you
Whose
know.
side was he on?
Oh, we moved on to other stuff. You know. He had brain surgery.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. So it just, it was radio, but it was just, the same old attacking and fighting.
You're tired
Well,
of it.
Well, it's after just driving in the car and everything. I love doing radio with Bobby and Norton and Colin. I love doing it.
Was Colin there?
No, but
Oh.
I'm just saying when we do it.
Oh, you're funnier
know.
than Colin?
No, that's the only one I said I wasn't then on radio. I said I wasn't funnier than Colin.
What about, did they bring my name up?
Many times that now.
They said you're funnier. Did they say, "Oh, do you think you're funnier than Bonnie?" And you were like, "Yes."
No, they didn't say.
Easily.
First of all, they didn't say funnier than Bonnie. They were just saying that, that I'm living off of you and your career and this and that. I'm like, I work every week. We both have different careers. And they're saying, Bobby was saying, I hope she buys a big house and moves out and you have to stay in that. He's saying this is a little house. It's bigger than his house. And then he goes, well, I have two houses. I have a time,
Why do you care what they think? They're just doing it to get under your skin.
Yeah.
But also when I would sort of like feel like being like I was being left behind because I was, doing mom stuff, and you'd just say like, who cares? And I'd say, well, you would care if it was reversed. And you'd say, I wouldn't care at all.
You
if
never
if
felt
you were
like you were
making
being
the amount
left
of money
behind.
that I was making, I wouldn't care at all. That's what you'd always say.
First of all,
You said I'd open for you if I was getting the same amount of money. I would not
Yes,
care.
I would. If you get booked on a theater and they want me to open, I have no problem with that.
What about a tour?
Yeah, as long as I'm making my money. I like doing comedy. I don't care. I've gone on before you many times. I never
Well,
called.
that's not-
Yeah, that's not true. I never called Patrick and go put me on after her.
No, but that's different.
It's
That
not
would be
different.
so bizarre because that's just anybody's going on at any time. That's not like in order of how good you are.
Whatever. I hosted our tour. I hosted the O&A tour. That wasn't ego.
Okay,
I hosted,
well, you proved your point.
Yeah.
So that's good. You can just let it go now. You don't have
Yes.
to keep going. So what they say, if they're saying like, oh, she's making more money or whatever, it shouldn't bother you in the slightest.
No, when they're saying that, whatever. For the last 15 years, I've been busting my ass just like you. So don't fucking belittle me and
Who's
say
being-
they were
they
trying to.
are, right.
Yeah, I've been on the road for 15, well, more before I even knew you. But and just like you bust your ass on what you do, Bobby busts his ass. Whatever. And obviously they're fucking with me, but don't belittle me.
The reason that they do it, the reason they poke you, is because you always bite back. You never go, yeah, well, so be it.
Oh, I did. I said I'm a rich bitch.
Yeah, that's
They
nice.
call me rich bitch.
But they have nothing. They can't get you then.
They made fun of that.
Well, that's
he's
funny
a rich
though.
bitch. Because I shook.
Right.
I said I'm a rich bitch.
Right.
'cause they
So
call me
that's
a bitch.
funny. That's funnier.
I mean, well,
The reason that the reason that they even brought you in with that clip
was
is
to attack.
because they know you're gonna fight back.
Of course, I'm going to fight back.
Anybody else would just be like, "Well, that's what I said." Oh well. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they're.
So if you don't want that, then just stop fighting back. If you do like it, then keep doing it.
I don't. I mean, that was good radio. I walked out with Bobby.
It was a good radio. You seemed so defeated when you got home.
I was tired. I wasn't defeated from radio. I'm going, oh, fuck, they killed me. I wasn't defeated. I was exhausted because I was up at 5:30. Slept who knows how many hours. And I was exhausted. There's a difference between, and I did walk in and go, oh, they killed me. But I walked out with Bobby going, man, that was funny. It was funny. He did a bit. He brought it in, just like when we had the roast. He came in prepared with that video, and he was prepared, and it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, what do you call it? Ambushed, So it was funny, just like when I did that bit on O&A where they said, do a scene with Norton, read a scene because we were saying how we both can't act, whatever. And what's his name came in, Chaz. Do you know how to say his-
Commentary?
Yeah, and I had to do a scene with him from A Bronx Tale. I was ambushed, but it was great fucking radio. And I said to Bobby as well, I go, that was funny. That was really funny. And it was. It was good radio. But I was the fucking brunt of it. Look, when Opie was there, he said he got hurt body surfing, and we did, a whole fucking hour on him, and it was funny. He didn't like it. You don't always like it, but good radio is good radio. It was funny. you know, and he came in prepared, you know, and also too, when you come in prepared like Bobby did, you're thinking about it. So you're thinking about the whole bit as you're driving in, as you're getting ready. So you're gonna be one up on the person. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
You're just saying that.
Well, how would it not make sense? It's like you get excited. You're gonna fucking
Attack.
you prepare something.
Yeah, and it was very funny, and you know he's funny. Bobby is very funny on radio, so. And he looks great. He lost 50 pounds. He's mellow. I don't like it.
I'm interested to know what he's doing
He's on a diet.
with his mellowness. He's starting to love life.
He's finding, he was up in the woods. He didn't have to deal with his fucking business. He has a great career.
Why do you hate the business so much?
Who?
You.
I don't hate I like comedy. I don't like the business. There's a difference.
I know. I think
You know,
we all
I
know
try
that.
to have.
Thank you
I
again
tried-
for your coffee mug.
You know, because I booked my own gigs. I had the one guy that, you know, we met. I'm going to do your calendar. You know, he had a bunch of other comics that were friends of mine. I'm going to do your calendar. And I go, oh, good. It'll take the stress off me. You know, and I was making tons of money. Then you have, look, of course I'm not going to have a big powerhouse agent because I don't make enough money for them to invest their time. If I was making 20 grand a night, then they're making whatever. So then this other guy comes along who I've known for years, was managing people, and he was doing okay. And I'm going to do this. And I even sat with my manager with them, you know, I'm going to do, and I go, okay, let's do it. And then he didn't get me anything. He didn't even call me for you know, like 6 weeks. He's, man, I opened up another restaurant. I've been busy. I can't get one. I go, well, what the fuck? So I fired, you know, so now I'm like, my calendar's fucking, oh, sorry.
Trip.
My calendar was fucking empty, and I had to hustle and get work. So, you know, I don't like dealing with, you know, the business, but I like doing what I do. I'm going to Tampa tomorrow for the weekend. It's a great club. I'll have fun working, and it's good, you know. And then I'm in Kenosha, a club I liked. So, you know, I booked something.
I'm just looking up a date that I have to promote.
I booked something for Thanksgiving weekend, and I didn't realize it was Thanksgiving weekend. And I just asked my manager if he can move it. I don't want to lose it because it's a real good gig. I just said, can you move it? Because I don't want to travel on Thanksgiving weekend. It's the worst weekend to travel of the year, and very expensive. And I didn't.
I think we all know that. Yeah.
When he said, I know we all know it. I'm just saying we all know.
Right.
He said, do you want to do this weekend at this place? And I go, yeah. And I didn't realize it was Thanksgiving weekend. Then I'm looking at flights and prices. I'd have to leave on Thanksgiving and miss Thanksgiving. Not that it's the biggest thing in the world.
Well, just don't do it. Say no. Get a different date. I don't understand why you don't do that. Like, why even have stress about it? Oh, that's not a good time for me. No, thank you.
Okay, then I'll show you what I text.
Okay, I don't know why you're getting mad at me. You brought it up as though it's a problem.
It is a problem.
And then I told you what to... I
just go, if possible, can we move that date? That's Thanksgiving weekends. Flights are outrageous and the worst weekend to travel. I don't want to lose the weekend. I really want to do that club. Here are some different avails. If she can't move it, keep me in. I just have to fly Thanksgiving Day. Mm-hmm. And I gave him available dates, and he wrote, it was on your avail list. Yes, it was. And I wrote, I should have put for local. I go, if you can't, then you can't. But I should have put, it was on my avail list. That weekend, it was my fault for not putting stay local. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's not on the website. I said, if you can move it, move it. I go to him, I go, look, I make a mistake. I made a mistake when I sent you my avails. I should have put stay local. It's Thanksgiving weekend.
I don't get who that text is to. The guy.
Chris.
Oh.
Chris, because Chris helped me get it. You know.
Got it.
He has good connections with the clubs.
Okay, speaking of clubs, I am Wednesday, September 21st. I'm at, where is this fucking place? I don't know where it is. Oh, Stagehouse Mountainside. Stagehouse
I
Tavern,
did that.
Mountainside.
That's good.
Where's that?
In you just said Mountainside.
Oh, Mountainside. I didn't know if that was like the place or like that was just
It's
the
out
name of the
it's
place.
in the 10. It's great. It's good.
Anyway,
I'll go with you.
September 21st, hosted by Ken Krantz and featuring Allie Mae. So
That's going to be fun. I
be a
liked
fun
it there.
show.
They have. It's a nice place. Good food.
I'll let you do a set if you want.
I was there. I don't need to.
You want to open for me?
If you pay me.
No, there's no money. But I'll give you a Rolex.
So I fucking didn't eat at radio, and I was starving. I walked out. So I stopped in a place in a diner, and I go, "Can I have an egg sandwich with cheese to go?" Right. So, just egg on whole wheat toast. I get the sandwich. I give him a $1 tip. It was only $1. It was to go. I left $1 on the account, and I went to pay. It was $7.60 for a fucking egg sandwich. Is that crazy? Am I crazy or is that crazy?
I mean, I don't think about stuff like that. So for me, it's hard because anything under $10 seems pretty cheap to me.
Yes.
I get it. Like, you probably are used to getting an egg salad for like $2.
Not egg salad. It was an egg sandwich.
An egg sandwich for like $2 or something. But I wouldn't remember the price I paid the last time. That's just how I am. So I'm a bad person to ask.
I think $7.60 seems like a lot for an egg sandwich. I
Probably,
don't know.
probably is.
I don't mind the money. I'll take $10. I'll rip it up right here.
No, I know what you're saying, but you're like thinking like it's inflated.
And yeah, $7.60 is like, oh,
Right.
look at that sucker. It's like I'm a sucker. I bet they charge
Wow,
everybody
you'd really
$4.
take it personally, the prices.
Yeah, everybody else is probably $4, and they go, look at this sucker.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
I wonder if
they
I would
immediately change it and they're like,
I wonder how much if I sat down and had 2 eggs and home fries and toast. It probably would have been less. I mean, I don't know. Every diner I've ever been to, I never paid $8 for a fucking egg sandwich. Maybe because it's New York.
It's important to bring up, I think. Talk about.
It's not important. I'm just saying, has anybody ever seen that? Maybe at a high-end fucking resort. I've been to resorts where a bottle of water was $5. Woodstock, $99. No, I've been to resorts where, where I played golf and a bottle of water, was $5 or something. What? It cost them a dime.
Wow.
That's a fucking 500% markup.
Drip, drip.
Well, let's wrap this up.
Well, you done talking?
What else? Yeah, that's it.
Okay, you're done. You're out. My Wife Hates Me was created and hosted by Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane. Executive producers Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. Subscribe to the podcast by visiting mywifehatesmepodcast.com.
Suicide pact, he's totally sober. She's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.